Hey, how's it going, Ethtrader? This is Jeremiah Nickel, at Pro DJ on KC, JT Nickel on Reddit. Hope everyone's doing pretty good. Obviously, down day was at $333 or so. So as far as price and all that is concerned, if you look at 12-hour charts, and I'm looking at some of the wicks, but also the bodies of some of those candles. Look how many times we've crossed this number in the last, 6 to 8 weeks or so. Pretty incredible that we may once again cross it. We may go below 400 for whatever reason. I don't know, sentiment or whatever. I hope some of you guys are dollar cost averaging right here, because the overall point of this is if we are making a floor above 380, let's say, and it's a floor that's being created over a series of several months. I'm not saying past prices are an indication of future prices, but that seems pretty freaking unbelievable considering this technology is 3 years old. A lot of people would say, yeah, it's unbelievable. We haven't scaled yet. Shouldn't be this high. Oh, boy. Okay. Okay, so this is the stuff that I'm seeing a lot in the daily now is, when the prices go down, we want to blame manipulation, which is pretty, that's a fair one. Okay. I mean, crypto's market cap is so small, it can be manipulated. All right. Then we want to blame EOS for selling, and by all accounts, anybody that was watching those wallets, looks like they maybe did. And then when there's nothing else left to blame, people want to start going to the top of the food chain and pointing fingers at the team, because they say that the ball has been moved back. All right, 2018 was supposed to be the year. And why do people say they know this? Because Vitalik said one time, in an interview or whatever, that he thinks it is. Well, in my view, I think 2018 is a pretty big year. Maybe not the protocol level, because they are now combining two of the features into one upgrade, and it's going to be a while. But look at what's happened this year. Make or Die, right? Funfair is live. They are, well, at least they're beta testing, and they're making partnerships. Then you have the card games that are coming out, like, oh, what's it called? I can't remember. I know DC Investor's big into the card game thing, which I was saying in videos 2 years ago that it would be so cool if there was like a Pokemon card game built on the Ethereum blockchain. And then here we are with it reminds me of Magic the Gathering. I'm not a card guy, so please don't beat me up from your mom's basement with your neck beards, okay? I don't know the card game things, but the rare non-fungible tokens are coming to light, and there's dozens of them. I didn't realize how many there were. There's all kinds of non-fungible stuff. And I think 2018 is showing that the Ethereum space and the developers, they aren't going anywhere. They're going to have to wait a little bit for scalability for certain things, like being able to do thousands of transactions per second or what have you. I keep grabbing this coffee. I really need another drink of this. But you know what? Developers aren't waiting around. They're using the Ethereum virtual machine exactly as it's intended in its current state, and fleshing out bugs and working through contract code. And I am so freaking in awe at what's going on. I gotta check to make sure I didn't stop recording. Okay, I didn't. I'm in awe, man. I'm in awe. So, and I'll tell you that the moderators on Ethtrader, we've been talking a little bit, and hopefully you've noticed that the daily's a little more cleaned up. I was trying my best to allow people to talk and say what they want, but then people really started getting mean, and this is what a bear market does. Okay, this is what bear markets do. People come out lashing out at each other and trying to one up each other all the time. It's like, man, just act like you're all in the same room for a second. And some of you guys are really on the same team, but I've also noticed if you look at post history of certain users, they're coming over from different subs and they're trolling us bad. I'm not going to tolerate it anymore. Hit the report button. I'm telling you, the community, all you got to do is hit the report button. It'll at least highlight it for us. You know, there's a mod crew of a little over 10 people and thousands and thousands and thousands of comments every day. I can't get through and read everything, but what I can do is I can check in on reports. Don't hit the report button for something that's, you know, non-inflammatory. All right, we don't need to be bogged down with that. You need the people who are truly being, you know, kind of personal attack like and just outright rude. I'm not for permanent bans. I'm in for like the one to 3 day type thing, just a little timeout. The market does this to people. Even the best of us sometimes get pissed off, and I can understand that. All right, I can understand that. It sucks. If you're in it for the money, it sucks. If you're in it for the tech, enjoy the ride. That's how I've tried to kind of combine the two. I've not sold a single ether from the top. I sold just a few on the way up, and that was it. And so I feel you, man. All right, but I'm not going to get down on it. What gets me down is a low quality attack lines and over posting of the same old dribble drabble. It's just going to get removed. It's no offense personally. I'm not going after any particular characters personally, unless they're coming over from like Bitcoin markets and they're there to troll. And now we're seeing people that are like no coiners coming in to troll. That's even worse. I mean, that's like, come on. At least a Bitcoiner, you can find arguments on their side, on their behalf a little bit, but no coiners. Same reason that people from crypto get banned from, you know, the subreddit investing or personal finance. You ever put coconut oil in your coffee? I'm gonna go way off subject for a second. I started doing this thing called a ketosis diet, and I have two vices: beer and sugar. Beer on the weekends mainly, but I love drinking beer, and that's not a healthy that's not like a healthy thing to drink a lot of, because of all the carbs. Even light beer is terrible. So trying to control that, and my other one is sugar. And I like to cook, so I'm always cooking. And sugar is just one of those ingredients, and it's in everything, and it hides in everything. Refined sugar, corn syrup, all that stuff. So I have made a concerted effort to cut out all refined sugars and the beer for an undetermined amount of time. Really, it's not, I don't even want to consider it a diet. I'm the kind of guy that likes to create better habits for myself and make my willpower stronger. Probably why I've been holding on to crypto for as long as I have, and I don't get shaken out. I just don't. As long as the tech is there, I don't care. So I'm trying to apply some of that to my life. I enjoy, I hope none of my kids see this, but I used to smoke a lot, and now it's done. And I've been running and working out and doing stuff because I got a friend in the neighborhood, and I've been doing it on my own as well over the last couple of years. But this is the first time I was up to 240 pounds. This is the first time that I've dieted, and I tell you what, it takes a few days to get used to it, but now I'm kind of in, I think, what they call ketosis. So now low sugar, no sugar, low carb, no carb, as much as possible. And you just start burning fat directly. And so that's where I'm at. And I've lost like 8 pounds in 6 days or something. I went and ran 2 miles today nonstop. Why am I telling you all this? I'm telling you all this because that may be something you should consider doing if you're not doing it now, especially in the bear market. It clears your mind. It makes me feel makes me feel good all day, or at least better all day. And as the weight drops off, I'll be able to run farther and faster and to get stronger. And you know, I'm middle-aged now, so I spent all my good years, my younger years, doing the good times. Now I got to find other ways to feel good and do good times and stick around longer. And exercise is just a beautiful thing. And now eating right is starting to help my brain clear out. It's, like I said, about day number 6 now. And I just feel kind of sharper. And I need that because I'm going back into my school years as a teacher. That's what I need to do. Get myself together. And I see a lot of people on Ethtrader that should maybe consider doing it, because that trading nonsense can get you stressed out. Some of you guys are really good traders, though. I'm always impressed. I had to stop. So I won't go into why, but it's well, some of you already know, so I'll just say it. I got hacked. So now every time I go on, and I just don't even like moving anything around. So anyway, let us mods know what you think. Let me know what you think. It should be private message if somebody's really being a jerk to you. And you know what? Don't be a jerk back. Hitting the report button is enough. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the bounce. I cannot wait. If this thing really prolongs into like a 1-year bear market sideways around 380 to, you know, say 500, and that's our new floor, jeez, it's gonna, the next bull run is gonna be ridiculous. And it might be driven by non-fungible tokens. Who knows? The next bull market could be driven by a whole host of different projects. That's kind of the idea of Ethereum, I think. So yeah, all right, you'll be all right. It's gonna be good. Cheers. Big hugs from Kansas City. We'll talk to you on the flip side.